Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. My name is Agork. Today I'm going to be showing you the first ever sub 32 minute speed run in Stranded Deep. Yes, you heard me right, sub 32 minutes. How crazy is that? When I first started doing speed runs, we were up over 3 hours. Now it's down to 32 minutes. Absolutely insane. All right, so this is the world that I'm going to be doing it in. Seed number is the top right, 398-55109. I have used this seed a couple of times before in my other speed runs, but I have modified what I'm doing in the speed run. I'm no longer doing the same route. So this will be a little bit different than what you've seen before. I'm going to be using a new strategy that I kind of developed in conjunction with Speedy Deep. We've been discussing things repeatedly, trying to optimize absolutely everything, trying to find the best way, the quickest way to get things done. And this was kind of an epiphany that I had. It's a modification to the strategy that Speedy and I discussed. I added in an extra element, which actually worked out really well for me. I didn't think it was going to work, but it did. I can't believe I managed to fit it all in. And this seed I don't even think is that ideal for what I'm doing. So hopefully if I can find a little bit more compact seed with the perfect layout, we can get this under 30 minutes. That's the plan. Sit back, relax, enjoy. I'm not going to say too much during the actual video. I'll make the odd comment, but that's really about it. Existing world, normal settings. I'm going to take the male character. Permadeath is on. Doesn't really matter if it is or not, because if I die during the run, it's pretty much over anyways. So we'll just leave that as permadeath on, and we'll start the game and go from there. Now, I'll just comment that this was filmed without any commentary whatsoever, so any commentary that you hear is me just commenting as I'm watching the video back afterwards, so it's not live commentary, just so you know. The timer will start in the bottom left of the screen once we hit the day 1 screen, which should be any second now. And away we go. Fantastic start. Got a fuel can on my very first crate. I don't think that's happened to me ever before in a speed run, so that was fantastic. I have no idea why that thing launches off the wreck there every time. F for fuel, R for rations, FF for fuel 2, S for spears, S for more spears, and N for nuts. Coconuts. Already have way too many planks. Third jerry can. I need 3 pieces of leather to take with me, a couple of empty crates, while I loot the island and put stuff into the crates. Stupid crab. I need 5 stone tools, and I want to save the rest of them for the fuel stills. If I find any more rocks, I'll need 6 rocks for the fuel stills. So I have all the spears that I need. Still need one more rock. And now I'm just gathering the coconuts that I'll need for my water flasks. Here's my 6th rock. And I'm off to the next island. Grabbing a few more coconuts for food. And gathering the last lashings I'll need to make my 10 coconut flasks. And we're off to island number 3. I didn't want to be on that island very long because time is of the essence here. The sun is already low in the sky. I need to grab the potatoes off of this island and get to the first boss fight because I want to try and, for the first time ever, cook my fuel on day 1 and have one of the bosses already killed. That's kind of what my unique take on this run was. This is the first time I managed to complete it, and it worked out really well. So I have my 8 potatoes, and I'm off to the boss fight. Getting low on breath there. Problem with taking on a boss so early in the game here is that your hunting levels are not up very high, so it takes a lot of hits to kill him. Now this was a new island that I'm going to for the first time. I've never done this in one of my speed runs on this seed before, so I had to really orient myself there to make sure I was going to the right island. You can see the aircraft carrier off to the right. And I'm going to that small island there, which is right close to the aircraft carrier. Sun has just gone down, and I'm arriving on island number 4 after killing a boss. This is why I have the lanterns with me, because I knew I was going to be doing something in the dark here, or the odds of it happening were pretty darn high. Now at this point I've pretty much already leveled up everything I need to level up. And now I'm just gathering the sticks that I'll need for the fuel stills. And I decided to build here in the middle of the island, which I don't normally do, but because of the giant crabs, I didn't really want to have to deal with them and crossing the island and stuff. Why not do it right in the center where everything is convenient to you? And here I'm checking my crafting level, and I am fully crafted, so I can actually build my fuel stills now, which is absolutely crazy. Fuel is in and cooking already. And now I just need to build a shelter to sleep the night, let my fuel cook overnight, and in the morning it should be done, and I can head off to the aircraft carrier, take out the last 2 bosses, and escape. Now I do still need to get a few coconut flasks done. 4:29 in the morning, absolutely stupid. Why do I always wake up so early? I mean, this allows me time to finish my coconut flasks and whatnot, but I really would have preferred to have woken up a little bit later. My fuel is actually already cooked, which surprised me. I wasn't expecting it to be ready this early in the morning, but it was. So that was cool. The only problem is that I have to get from here to the aircraft carrier and then to the first boss while it's still dark, or still very, very, very early in the morning, which is not great for a boss fight. You don't want to have poor visibility in the water. So later in the day is a little bit better, like around, say, 10 or 11 in the morning instead of 7 in the morning. But you take what you're dealt. Need a couple more lashings. Grab a koala fruit while it's staring me in the face. There we go. There's our last 2 coconut flasks. Topping up my coconuts there, so I had at least 4. The 4 coconut flasks will give me 8 pieces of food to put into the aircraft carrier airplane, and I have 2 stacks of rations, which is plenty. Turning any loose sticks into spears. And it's still dark, but I am basically out of here and on my way to the aircraft carrier. Sun is just coming up. Now, one thing that I really like about this seed is the fact that I can drop off my fuel, food, and water here at the aircraft carrier on my way to the final 2 bosses. And that's amazing for me. I just hate having my important stuff, like my food, water, and fuel, when I'm at the squid fight, because I'm just so paranoid that I'm going to lose a crate overboard and lose it all. So the fact that I can leave it here is absolutely amazing. So you can see how dark the water is. That's the problem with doing a boss fight early in the morning. And I had the same problem with the eel, just the opposite time of day. It was sunset instead of sunrise. So I'm trying to stay close to this guy. I don't want to let him out of my sight or I'll lose him. And I lose him right away. It's one thing with the Meg, when you get too close to his head, he will turn around and change directions. So that's something you have to kind of keep in mind, and I didn't. But luckily he shows up again. Found him. Now, during the daytime, when I had good visibility, I would never let that happen, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Now here I decide not to use the bandage because I only have one, and I know that I don't have any cloth on that island, on the carrier island, so I'm going to take the chance and not heal myself with the bandage, because if the squid gets me, then I'd be screwed and I'd have to go to another island and find a cloth to make a new bandage. So this was a calculated risk. But I have the rations. I can get my health up as best I can and hope that I can live through it without bleeding to death. That one air tank was empty, which I didn't realize, so I had to switch tanks. Now I can use the bandage, and that was probably the cleanest squid kill I have ever done in a speed run. So the fact that it came on a run where I'm on a record time, that's fantastic. Crafting my airplane parts while I wait for the ramp to render in. And away we go. Also really well on the stairs there, got up there really quickly. And I like this addition they've made to the game here, where it auto-equips your propeller and stuff when you hold it close to the thing there where you're supposed to apply it. So I have 5 rations, which is an odd number, so I only use 4 of them. I've got 1 left that I can eat if I need to. So 4 rations and 6 coconut halves will give me my 10. And I would rather save the ration than a coconut half, simply because a ration gives you food and water. When you eat it, at least. And we're all done. At this point, it was, it gets to the point where you're like, okay, what's going to go wrong? Because stuff happens. I had one speed run where I got up to the airplane, I was about to hit that let's go home button, and a storm rolled in. Literally while I was standing there on the wing waiting for the game to start this end sequence, a storm rolled in. And you can't escape when there's a storm. I had to stand there and watch the weather for 6 full minutes before it was done and I could escape. It's like, oh my God. Ducky's on the dashboard, ready to go. We just have to go through the end sequence here and we're done. First ever sub 32 minute speed run for Stranded Deep. Now, I've been thinking of doing another video where I talk about kind of how Speedy and I have done a progression from doing a speed run in 3 hours, how we've gotten it down to this 32-minute run here. It's pretty crazy, really. So we just have to wait for this cut sequence to finish. And when the final logo comes on the screen, probably in about 30 seconds or so, that will be the final part of the speed run, and the final time will show on the screen. And there we go. Sub 32 minute speed run. Didn't think this would be possible. So excited that I got it done. It was just wow. Everything kind of fell into place. And even with this time, I think that I can do better if I had a different world that was laid out just absolutely perfectly for my new strategy. You can see here in the in-game clock, 30 minutes. Crazy. Yeah, so if I can find a seed that is laid out just a little bit better than this one, I think I can get it down to 30 minutes, maybe slightly under. That would just be amazing. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're a speedrun purist, sorry that this is not a glitchless random seed, but it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment down below, even if you hated it. We'll catch you again in the next video. Bye for now.